Hi guys, welcome back to what is this? Part three? Um, what is it? Part three or part four? I'm pretending I'm speaking to somebody. Ha ha. Okay, just having a little fun with you. Anyway, um, probably part three or part four of sharing my most beloved memories of New York and my childhood and teenage years. Now, for the next two commercial spots, um, it's going to be very interesting. Okay, the first one is going to be a Burger Chef commercial. Now, I knew nothing of Burger Chef while I was in New York. I first heard of this when I went to Camp Emerson in Hinsdale, Massachusetts, in the Berkshires, and I was listening to the radio and recording it on my tape recorder. And when this commercial came on, it was like the closest thing to being back home, which I missed. I was homesick. And hearing this commercial just made me long to be home. Okay? So this commercial has a lot of sentimental value to me. I watched this entire collection of Burger Chef commercials, almost 13 minutes worth, and only a few commercials have this jingle. The jingles changed over the years, but it was 1977, I believe it was, the summer, when I heard this jingle. Now, the whole commercial, the whole 1 minute jingle isn't here, but most of it is. Now, before I show you that, the one before it has Brady Bunch's E Plum, probably just having finished with the Brady Bunch, and I believe this is E Plum, uh, um, who's Jan Brady, plays Jan Brady on the Brady Bunch, in this commercial. And she does a pretty damn good job, um, not being in as Jan Brady, but as an actress in this commercial. So I wanted to include that here as well, because I think there's a neat little tidbit to throw in here. So, two commercials of Burger Chef. One with E Plum and the other which has the most of that radio jingle that I remember. Now after this will be Geno's Restaurants. I had 60 millimeter prints of Geno's that my dad gave me. I don't know if he worked on them or not, but I do know he gave them to me. So, for that reason, Geno's commercials and other commercials in that group that Dad gave me, which were the very first films I ever owned. The very first 60 millimeter sound films I ever owned were these commercials. So I'll share that with you also. For that commercial, I only have the audio on video here. But here you'll see the commercial of the jingle I heard on the radio, and then you'll hear the Geno's commercial audio, which was almost complete of the 60 millimeter print I had. So here we go. First, Geno's, in reflecting on my most beloved memories.
Open wide, America. Burger Chef's got big, juicy, terrific burgers for you. 100% all beef. We really work hard to serve them hot and delicious, so you can take them to our work spot and make them taste even better, the way you want them. You're gonna love our burgers.
Open wide, America. You never can forget. You get more to like at Burger Chef. Open wide, America, we're gonna give you more. Burger Chef has everything we know you're looking for.
Open wide for Burger Chef's 100% all beef juicy Super Chef, cooked from a full quarter pound. That's Big Bite delicious.
Open wide America, you never can forget. You get more to like at Burger Chef.
Okay, now, this is a promotional record. It sounds exactly like the way I used to take care of records. It's all scratched up and everything. But hey, you're a kid, you don't know. You don't know how to take care of records. And after a while, they don't sound as good as they used to. And it has nothing to do with the record or the needle. It has to do with how well you take care of the record. I learned that the hard way. But anyway, please forgive the audio quality. It's really scratched up. But this is probably like the only available record of this. So anyway, there's two versions that I'm going to play for you. One does not have the voiceover, which has the slogan. The next one does. So for those of you who've watched my original collection of commercials, you'll hear some familiarity with this. You probably feel a chill going up your back listening to this. It's like, oh, I remember that. Yeah, Jimmy used to play that. Yeah, oh yeah. And I wish I could get everything else that I had. First Pennsylvania Bank and Scouting, Lucite Paint, FDS Bath Oil, Yamaha. Yeah, I had those. Okay, so here we go. Geno's. As soon as it buffers up. Oh, man, I hate that.
Get together, spend some time with us. Follow the people. It's not very far. Get in your car and you'll find that everybody goes to Geno's. You'll always see a friendly face. Everybody goes to Geno's. 'Cause Geno's is the family place. Everybody goes to Geno's. Geno's is the place to go. Geno's is the place to go. Geno's is the place to go.
Now, this one has the announcer.
Follow the people. Get together, spend some time with us. Follow the people. It's not very far. Get in your car and you'll find that everybody goes to Geno's. 'Cause Geno's is the family place.
I just like their food, especially the chicken. My little girl likes Gino Giant. Every time I
Okay.
I'm talk to Gino. And you don't have to get dressed up or anything. Look at your arm. You zip in and zip off.
Everybody goes to Geno's. Geno's is the place to go.
Geno's Sparkles. The place, the food, the people.
The place to go. Follow the people. Get together, spend some time with us. Follow the people. It's not very far. Get in your car and you'll find that everybody goes to Geno's. 'Cause Geno's is the family place.
Geno's home. Stuffed tummies filled with milkshakes. Hamburgers too. Think of all the excitement going to Geno's means for you. think you are at the point, and I think you will enjoy going to Gino's more than any other toy.
Everybody goes to Gino's. Gino's is the place to go.
Gino's Sparkle. Place, food, the pitfall.
Gino's is the place to go.
Okay. That's that. Okay. I talked about Jay Thomas 99X in the last video, and my best friend Gus and we would listen to Jay Thomas. I would record on the reel-to-reel tape recorder in the family room whenever I would listen to the Jay Thomas show before I'd head off to school. And I would save the recordings, and Gus and I would listen to him, and we would laugh. He was so funny. We both enjoyed him. And when he died, Gus was the first person to let me know. He said, Blood, got bad news, sad news. Jay Thomas died. So when he first heard it, he told me right away. And he knew that we both would be mourning his loss. He was a genius. He was funny. He was great. He really had a presence. He had a knack for comedy. And we loved all his routines. The Amazing Needle Bomb. What was it? Some Other Hospital or something. He would have all these funny bits. And some of them are really old jokes, you know. But and whenever he thought it bombed, I mean, he had sound effects also. He was so funny, and the timings were so great. So in other words, let's say he told a joke, and it was a pun or it was bad or something like that. He would slam the counter, go up, and then we'd hear a crash. So it was like, boom, crash. You know, like he threw himself out the window. It was so damn funny. So anyway, somebody saved his very first show. So here we go, Gus, this is for you. You're going to love this. I loved hearing this. This was 1976. This was 3 years before I first started listening to him in 1979. So here we go. Takes a moment to buff up again. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Jay. We're all waiting for you. I hate when this happens. It's so time wasting. Sometime this year would be nice. Computer, are you drunk again? Hey, computer, you better lay off the stuff. Computer, are you having the last laugh on me? You know what? I'm going to play some solitaire while I'm waiting for the computer to get its act together. I had you all queued up, you know. Let me see if I could rework this. Let's see if I can get it going. No, I don't want that. Come on.
More Music 99X at 7:45. This is the Thomas Show, baby, where anything that you want to happen might happen. And my telephone is open at 955-9933. Also, say to folks you know, 99X is my radio station. You can win $10,000. The weather, maybe some drizzle tonight. Right now, it's very close to 70.
It's 66 degrees in New York. Good morning. This is Edward Lewis, 99X Information. This morning in the Sports Report, we'll hear from Eagles coach Dick Vermeil about how he beat the Giants yesterday. But first, this story. Jimmy Carter's heading out of New York right now on that whistle-stop campaign train trip. The Bush has soaked the rich tax policies that some of his opponents say would also mean soaking the poor. On a campaign train now pulling out of Penn Station early today after Jimmy Carter did some smiling and handshaking with the commuters there. It's heading across New Jersey toward Pennsylvania and then leave the train tonight to return to Plains, Georgia. But Tuesday and Wednesday earmarked for some relaxation. Well, while Senator Walter Mondale was in Little Italy munching on calamari and noshing on bagels on the Lower East Side, his opposite number was in New Jersey, talking about taxes.
Well, I don't know what President Ford has in mind. I think we made some headway in a bill that's now on the president's desk. It's a difficult one. It raises a minimum tax. It does away with some of the tax shelters. It makes the investment tax credit permanent. I'm certain Governor Carter's for that. It saved him about $42,000 in 75 in taxes.
And Senator Dole also attacked Jimmy Carter's plan to streamline federal agencies and the Democrats' ideas about the treatment of draft evaders. In sports news, Jets president and part owner Philip Iselin is listed in serious condition at a Denver hospital right now. Officials say that Iselin suffered a cardiac arrest while watching the Jets play the Denver Broncos, and a statement issued by the Broncos said that Iselin suffered a heart attack at halftime. It said that Iselin lost consciousness while watching the game from a seat in the visiting owner's booth. He was revived by Dr. Thomas Dillon. Otis Armstrong rushed for 94 yards and a touchdown, and Jim Turner kicked 2 field goals to lead the Broncos to a 46-3 rout over the Jets. Bronco offense turned 543 yards. It's a club record. A victory margin the most lopsided in the team's 16-year history. And the Philadelphia Eagles surprised the Giants yesterday, 20-7, in a game that New York just knew it was going to win. Head Eagle coach Dick Vermeil had his own opinion about what it did for him.
I'll tell you something. When you work hard together, when you work and sweat, and you know you're working harder than anybody else in football, you come together. Because you get in the locker room and you bitch together, you moan together, you cheer the coaches together. You can't see the value of it, but it brings you together. And there's been a lot of guys fall to the wayside. And if you don't make it that tough, then anybody can make it.
The Eagles quarterback Mike Barilla passed for one touchdown, took another one in by himself, and those Giants now headed to a schedule with 4 possible playoff contenders. Well, here's some good news today. Dave Kingman knocked in 5 runs, 36 and 37 homers of the season, helping Mets to a 7-6 victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Catfish Hunter became only the 4th major leaguer to win his 200th game before his 31st birthday, when he fixed the Yankees to a 2-1 victory over the Milwaukee Brewers. That game was shortened to 6 innings because of rain. The weather's a little bit wrong on 99X. It's 7:56.
Now you can get what you've always wanted from Dollar Savings Bank. Free checking, plus the highest interest rate on savings, all under one roof. We call our new checking account Better Way Checking. It's better because it's free. And it's better because you don't have to keep a minimum balance in a savings account or in your checking account. You don't have to pay for checks no matter how many you write. And there will be no service charge on your monthly statements. With Dollar's Better Way Checking, you can also apply for Better Way Reserve, up to $1,000 in overdraft privileges. Once approved, whenever you need more money than the balance in your account, you simply write a check for the amount required. And as an added extra, Dollar provides life insurance on the unpaid balance in your Better Way Reserve at no extra cost. You can open a Better Way checking account at any Dollar Savings Bank office. So come in and see us. It will be the last time you have to go from one bank to another. But come in soon. Your present bank may be charging you for every day you put it off. Dollar Savings Bank, the better way. Member FDIC.
99X says mothers take care of your baby's first environment. Keep it safe from viruses like rubella, German measles. Check with your doctor before taking any medication and eat well-balanced meals. For more information about it, contact the Arch of Dimes at 682-6430. Here's the weather. Increasing clouds today at a high up to 78. Occasional showers expected tonight, low to 65. Then we'll rain tomorrow. A high up to 75. Jamaica, Queens has 65 degrees. At Newark Airport is 66. We have 66 degrees in Midtown Manhattan. This is Edward Lewis, 99X, your New York music and information station, 758.
This is Jay Thomas, El Frico with more music. Do you realize the Russians always win about twice as many gold medals as we do in the Olympics? Is it comforting for you folks to know that our wheat helps make great red athletes? 99X, WXLO, New York. It's 8:01 on the Thomas Show, baby. You come on. 99X.
Jay Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you, man, because like earlier today, when you, right before they did the news,
Right.
you played a song and I was really feeling down because of last night, and after I heard the song, like, I felt really better.
What were you listening to? What was it?
I don't know the name, but I was like tired. I don't even know. But I had a fight with this girl last night, and I woke up and I was like really upset. And I heard this song. Now I feel much better.
Well, gee, I feel much better too. That makes two of us.
I don't know if you know this, but I was that weirdo last week with the joke, the one line.
Oh, great. Well, I can see why the girl dumped you now. Of heavy metal, baby. 99X. This is Jay Thomas at 9 minutes after 8 o'clock. The weather, in case you're wondering, high in the upper 70s today. Cloudy with a chance of occasional showers tonight. Today will be partly sunny and kind of muggy again. And it's 66 now. Humidity is about 56%. In Central Park, they say it's sunny and nothing happening there. What? Oh, in the morning blab. I got this little lost hiker reports plant he ate made his mind wander. Did you read this one this morning? From Concord, New Hampshire, a hiker who was up in the White Mountains for nearly 9 days said his troubles began when he ate a plant that made him hallucinate. Walter Foster, listen to this poor schnook, he's 42 years old, who's an experienced hiker, was found not far from the entrance to Lafayette campgrounds in Franconia Notch. He had been reported missing, and they found him. He was found by a Boy Scout who said the man was in good condition. He said today he began his 2-day trip, and he stopped someplace, and he ate a plant that made him terribly ill. He said he began to hallucinate, and he spit up, and he believes he wandered around in a brook for most of the day, and he left his shoes and much of his equipment there next to the brook. He retained what food he had, and they found him wandering near the highway. And freaks all over New Hampshire now are questioning Mr. Foster to find out exactly where and what the plant he ate was.
You know that great feeling you get? You open up a brand new record and play it for the very first time? It sounds great. No scratches, no noise, just beautiful music. But how about the fifth and sixth times? How about the scratch and the noise? One answer is to put your favorite records on tape. But what cassette tape can sound as good as a brand new record? The answer is Fuji's new FX cassette. Finally, cassette recording is a totally high-fidelity medium, equal to the very best record. Fuji uses a special new FX tape formulation, which eliminates hissing noise, prevents dropouts, and will give optimum performance to each and every cassette machine. In addition, the Fuji cassette housing is perfectly engineered so the tape never snaps, jams, or gets tangled in your machine. When you listen to a Fuji FX, you'll think you're listening to a brand new record each and every time. Drop by your local Fuji dealer. Find out what state-of-the-art recording really means. Fuji FX cassettes, available at all Sam Goody stores, Corvettes, Borgers in Manhattan, and Sound Country in Emerson, New Jersey. Fuji, the tape that's heard round the world.
99X. It's 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. Stay where you are. Grand Funk is next.
The 99X $10,000 quiz. What do I win? $10,000. When does this happen? Sometime soon. Sometime very soon. In fact, it could happen even as we speak. Who's giving away $10,000? 99X. How do I win? Just know the $10,000 phrase. If someone asks what radio station you listen to, well, tell me that phrase that'll get me $10,000. 99X is my radio station.
99X.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, say that again. Get the sock out of your mouth and try it again.
99X is my radio station.
Okay, how old are you?
10.
Oh, great. Well, look, you see, you say that to people on the street, and if it's the X-Man, you win $10,000. What would you do with $10,000?
Well, I don't really know.
Oh, great. So you just win 10 grand and just run around and do nothing with it, right?
Yep.
Well, we'll send you one of our favorite nursery rhyme records that you can listen to until you're 15 and old enough to talk coherently, okay? Okay, good. Bye-bye. Take that. Take that. I've had enough. I've had enough. Okay. 99X. Well, you can win $10,000. Don't call me and say 99X is my radio station. Tell people that in the street, and the X-Man will find you, and you might win 10 grand. It's 18 after 8 o'clock. In case you're wondering who this person is, it's Jay Thomas, and we'll have a high today of, turn that thing, have a high today of about, near 80 degrees, maybe some drizzle later. Don't worry about it today. Last night, the Jets got knocked off by Denver, or yesterday rather, 46-3, and unfortunately, the Giants got knocked off by Philadelphia, and the score was 20-7. You'll hear more about that in a few seconds. But first, folks, if you wear eyeglasses, At one time or another, you had probably thought about getting contact lenses.
Oh,
You
no.
probably also had second thoughts about whether
Never.
you like them or not. Your eyes would turn red and make your head completely crazy. That's why Hillman Cohan Vision Center, New York, famous for complete eyeglass service, now offers the Love 'em or Leave 'em contact lens plan, thought of by a Madison Avenue ad executive. It takes the indecision out of the decision to buy contacts. With this plan, you can try contacts, wear them, live with them within 30 days of purchase. If you decide they're not for you, ooh, Hillman Cohan will refund the cost of the lenses. The Love 'em or Leave 'em plan also covers soft or bifocal lenses for all you blind folk out there. You owe it to yourself to see
Yep,
how you
I'm
like
blind
contacts.
without my
Now,
glasses.
Hillman Cohan has a simple way for you to do that. Find out more about the Love 'em or Leave 'em plan contact lenses at Hillman Cohan Vision Center in New York. The Love 'em or Leave 'em plan at Hillman Cohan Vision Centers in New York, like the one in Brooklyn, in the shopping center at Bay Parkway and Shore
I thought
Parkway,
Brooklyn was in
the
New
Hill
York.
Supermarket, open daily, 10 until 9,
Last time I
until
checked.
5.
It's 66 degrees in New York. Good morning. This is Edward Lewis, 99X information. I guess you knew this.
Oh, I miss Charlie
At
Steiner.
University, scientists have created a paranoid computer. Details of that story.
Hey, I believe that.
Handshaking at Penn Station. Jimmy Carter's heading out of New York now on his whistle-stop campaign train trip through New Jersey, Pennsylvania. He's pushing his soak the rich tax policies that some of his opponents say also mean soaking the poor, too. In the meantime, Carter is saying that President Ford is the one who's trying to raise your taxes.
When Mr. Ford became president in August of 1974, the first thing he did in October was to ask for a tax increase on our people of $4.7 billion.
And you know what? Democrats are still saying that about Republicans. So things haven't changed since then. Democrats still say it about
Jimmy Carter will be
Republicans.
leaving the train tonight, going back to his hometown, Plains, Georgia. Seems that he's very busy these days trying to get the peanut crop in. League of Women Voters says it's got to check with Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford to try to break the stalemate of the televising of the presidential debates by the three commercial networks. League says the ground rules they worked out with the Ford and Carter camps forbid televising audience reaction. Well, the three commercial networks have said that they just can't accept restrictions like that. And Public TV says it will carry the debates whatever happens. League says the debates will go on even if the commercial networks don't cover it live. The first debate set for this Thursday in Philadelphia. Well, you drivers in New York who've got a lot of points on your license, here's a chance to get some of them taken off. Those points accumulated, of course, for various driving violations. And, you know, you can get your license yanked if you get 9 points in an 18-month period. Well, safety councils here in New York City and other cities across the state, in conjunction with the State Motor Vehicles Department, are offering courses to have those points reduced. The course fee is $25. Henry Kissinger says he's pretty happy, pretty optimistic after 2 days of intense talks with the leaders of South Africa and Rhodesia. The Secretary of State leaving Pretoria today. He's bound for talks with black African leaders in Zambia, Zaire, and Tanzania. Closer to home, the racial crisis in southern Africa underscored early this morning at San Francisco, where a bomb went off at the South African consulate. Nobody was hurt there, but the consulate offices were heavily damaged. And researchers at Stanford University have programmed a computer to simulate a paranoid human being. This mentally ill machine has been nicknamed Perry because it simulates the personality of a fictional 28-year-old single post office worker named Perry who believes he's being hunted down by the mafia. The Science Digest magazine reports that Perry is the creation of Dr. Kenneth Colby, who is trying to develop a human-like subject whom psychiatry students can experiment with. It was kind of feared that student analysts might do more harm than good for a real-life paranoid, so they created Perry. Perry, when asked questions, inevitably gets around to talking about the mafia and how they are after him. Perry insists that the underworld is out to get him because he once beat up a bookie. And it's been reported that a team of psychiatrists once submitted written questions to Perry and to real-life human paranoids and was unable to diagnose which replies came from the machine. In sports news, just about everybody knew
remember when we talked about the
Eagles
mafia?
yesterday, except maybe for the Eagles. Quarterback Mike Barilla says.
Oh, that was a great band, the Eagles.
I have confidence in myself, but it's hard to have confidence in yourself when you're just not winning. And, I think we needed to win. I know I did, just to, begin to realize we can win. And it's sometimes when you don't win and you're going through pretty tough times, you start to doubt yourself.
Well, the Eagles, of course, surprising Craig Morton and the gang 20-7 yesterday. There's more bad news. Otis Armstrong rushed for 94 yards and a TD. Jim Turner kicked 2 field goals to lead the Broncos to a 46-3 rout of the Jets. The Bronco offense got 543 yards. That's a club record. The victory margin, the biggest in the team's 16-year history. Quarterback Joe Namath was sidelined for most of the first half. Jets got their only score.
And Joe Namath is talking about that, whatever it is, Medicare hotline.
Pretty good thumping in that game of the Giants. This weekend, Billy said the over-the-hill gang got it together.
Well, about time. We've been talking about it all preseason and the last game, and it was good to see Mike have a big game and John coming through for a big game, and then we threw the ball when we had to and made the big catch, and that's why you play football. There's really no secret. But, we play a lot tougher teams from now on, and we just have to get better and better and better, and hopefully we will.
The Washington team thrashed the new Seattle franchise 31-7 yesterday. Here's the good news. Dave Kingman knocked in 5 runs with his 36 and 37 homers of the season. Helped the Mets to a 7-6 win over the Pirates. Lost keeping the Pirates 4 games behind the Phils, who lost a 1-0 decision to the Cubs in Chicago. And Catfish Hunter becomes the 4th major leaguer to win his 200th game before he turned 31. He pitched the Yanks to a 2-1 win over the Brewers up in Milwaukee in a game that only went 6 innings because of rain. That's the Yankees' 5th straight triumph as they march on to that AL East pennant. The weather's upcoming on 99X. It's 8:24.
It has taken 157 years to perfect the bicycle.
The Viscount is here.
And now you can actually weigh the advantages of the perfect aluminum and titanium alloys honed into an ultra-lightweight cycling machine with the strength and beauty of an aircraft.
The Viscount is here.
And the Viscount cycle weighs in with a super light 3.75-pound chrome polysteel frame, hand-brazed in the finest European racing tradition.
The Viscount is here.
Here with sealed aircraft bearings and aerospace alloy components for swift, graceful motion. Viscount, a whole new technology that holds down cycle weight and boosts all-out performance.
The Viscount is here.
Weigh the advantages and you'll pick Viscount, a true flying machine in the British tradition.
Continental Bike Corporation has them in Brooklyn, New York. Cookies Cycle Center Limited, Glen Head, New York. Danny's Right Away, Levittown, Long Island.
99X says New York state law guarantees you equal opportunity to obtain credit. Refusal of credit is got to be based on factual evidence and fair criteria on something like your sex or your marital status. Here's the weather. Increasing clouds today, the high up to 78. Occasional showers tonight, low to 65. And then showers again tomorrow, the high around 75. Riverdale, your temperature 65 degrees. Coney Island has 65. It's 66 degrees in Midtown Manhattan. This is Edward Lewis, 99X, your New York music and information station. It's 8:26.
This is the wonderful, exciting, and also very sick Jay Thomas on the radio with Eric Carmen.
Hi, is this Jay Thomas?
Yes, it is.
Hi, can I request a song?
Yes, you can.
Okay, can I hear Miracles?
Miracles by Jefferson Starship?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you know that was the single of the year?
Uh-huh.
Last night in the...
No, Saturday night.
It was Saturday night in the... you tell me what it was.
It was a single of the year, Saturday night in the Rock Awards.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Sorry. Can you dedicate that on the air?
No, we can't do that. But if we, who would you want to dedicate it to?
Well, he used to work at 99X.
Who is he?
Johnny Disco.
Johnny Disco used to work at 99X?
He's an engineer.
Where is Johnny Disco now?
Disc jockey in Cleveland, Ohio.
Johnny Disco went from engineer at 99X to disc jockey in Cleveland?
Yep.
Cleveland doesn't care who they hire, do they? 90, thanks a lot. I said that 4 times. 99X. And Jay Thomas at 23 minutes before 9 with a high today of near 80. Maybe some drizzle tonight. Don't worry about it. It's about 66. Right now, we shouldn't have any rain till this afternoon. If it rains before that, don't blame me. That was the single of the year. We sent Tony Bozo. No, that's not his name. Tony Barroso, some ethnic guy. We sent him out to the West Coast. And on Saturday night, he was part of the big weekend with Alice Cooper and the Rock Awards, and that was one of the tunes there. What else? The westbound lanes of Route 287 across Westchester Expressway in Harrison are tied up after a truck turned over, and it turned over about an hour and a half ago, but it's still tied up there. Police said that traffic is considerably backed up. Listen to me again. The westbound lanes of Route 287 across Westchester Expressway in Harrison are tied up. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thomas Show is proud to announce that some of the biggest biggest names in the industry. Some of the biggest names in the industry are calling up to welcome me to New York. On the phone with us this morning is the famous, I won't mention his full name, I just call him Dr. Henry. Good morning, Dr. Henry. How are you?
Well, hello, Poopsie. I'm calling all the way from Africa to welcome you back to the good old Big Apple.
The great dark continent, is that correct?
That's true. It's a little dangerous here right now.
Why is it dangerous, Dr. Henry?
Well, there are all kinds of things flying through the air. Sticks, stones, bottles, a few bullets.
I saw a picture of you with your hands in your pants yesterday, tucking your shirt in, front page of the Times. Now, what were you doing?
Well, actually, as a matter of fact, I was searching for something which I didn't find.
Oh, okay, Doctor. Well, Doctor, did you call to welcome me to New York?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I want you to know I have a little commentary about the election.
Well, go right ahead, Doctor. We're all ears.
First of all, I want you to know that we are going to fight this battle on the streets and in the beaches. Wait a minute, so unquote. We are going after the uncommitted voters.
The uncommitted voters?
We are going after the committed voters.
The committed voters.
We are also going after the voters what should be committed.
More graduates from Moon Pie High. And more music, 99X.
Oh, man.
This is Jay Thomas here saying 99X is my radio station. Tell everybody you see that, maybe be the X-Men, and you'll win, what is it? You'll win $10,000. I had to find an ethnic group that I could make fun of, so I found one. Two Bavarian militants went out to hijack a jet and came back with Joe Namath. Now, 99X, and this is the Thomas Show here. I was on time. Where were you? It's 13 before 9 o'clock with a high today of like about 80 degrees. I was supposed to read this. 99X wants everybody to win. That's why one major prize winner per family every 30 days. All your professional contestants are out. So if you won last month, you can win next month too. What do we do? Oh, yeah, I press that and then I say that. The name is TNT Stores with dynamite values and dynamite fashions for ladies and children. The name is TNT. Boom! Exploding onto the Brooklyn fashion scene. Kids' clothes are at 906 Flatbush Avenue. Ladies' fashions at 896 Flatbush Avenue and 2067 86th Street. Yes, the name is TNT Stores. Featuring name brand fashions for kids, for ladies. The values are going to spark your fuse. Is that the explosion there? Okay. Mm-hmm. So burn on down to TNT Store near you in Brooklyn. TNT is dynamite. It's about 11 before 9 o'clock.
Okay, now, this I'm very proud to share with you guys. Okay, my grandfather got me into Art Raymond Sunday Simca on WEBD. And I taped it. Yeah. Today is a different kind of a day today because we're going to play some audio. We're going to play an audio tape and making a video out of it. I don't have the means to go directly, so we're going to play the tape. And for those of you who don't remember what this is, or who don't know what this is an audio cassette. And so anyway, and this is an audio cassette player. It was a personal player, and it has a radio on it as well. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the cassette player. Yeah, I had to do this with one hand, by the way. Okay. I couldn't see what I was doing. We're going to take, I think it's going to be, I think it's, oh, we just closed it. Okay,
Jewish market with the Jewish press classified ads. Follow the multitude of satisfied advertisers who can say, I got my job through the Jewish press. Got a business for sale, an apartment to rent, a house to
to sell? Looking for a mate? If it's a classified, why not advertise in the largest Jewish classified market in the world? Now averaging 10 pages of advertisements every week. Call 718-330-1100 and ask for classified. Remember, thousands of repeat advertisers can't be wrong, and they're not. The Jewish Press Classifieds reach the world's largest Jewish market. So whether it's a business for sale, an apartment for rent, a house for sale, the search for a mate, make sure you advertise in the Jewish Press. Need I say more? Call 718-330-1100 right now and ask for classified. That's 330-1100. And while you're at it, ask for a free copy of the Jewish Press, reaching the world's largest Jewish market.
Collecting baseball cards, trying to get all the teams.
That's it for now. I'll continue next time. Thanks for watching. See you soon.